Are you ready for the ultimate bikepacking weekend adventure? Join us for an unforgettable self-supported bikepacking trip through Southwest Virginia. The Grayson Gravel Pie Bikepacking Adventure travels along the Virginia Creeper Trail, the beautiful gravel roads of Grayson County, Virginia, and the New River Trail. All lodging and camping arrangements are included, along with daily routes and guides riding along with you. This self-supported adventure offers resupply opportunities every 20 miles for your food and water needs. Find out more at graveltraveldirt.com.
You're listening to Mid-Atlantic Gravel, Travel, and Dirt.
Hi, everybody. I'm Brian.
I'm Joey. I'm Wes.
Brian.
This is episode 124 of Mid-Atlantic Gravel, Travel, and Dirt. Come on along, everybody. Spend the next hour or so with us talking about gravel bikes, adventure biking, bikepacking, bike camping, or just playing bikes. We'll probably talk a little bit about campfires and shop fires and all that kind of
Too
crazy
soon, Brian,
stuff.
again.
I cannot get my timing right on all of that. I think we're live on
I don't know, but Joey's
YouTube.
internet is striking again right now.
Yeah, it is. It's giving me yellow back
What?
to green, now to red.
It's been great. I did a test the other day.
I don't know what's going on. We're just going to keep recording. What are you guys drinking today? Joey, what have you got over there?
Looks like you guys are going to listen to Wes for an hour.
It says internet connection unstable.
I don't see it anywhere.
I don't know. Wes, what are you drinking tonight?
Well, Molson's, yeah. Canadian Yingling.
Good deal. You degen from up country?
Yeah.
What about you, Joey? What do you got over
I
there?
made myself an old fashioned with some Bullet.
Nice.
I did put beer in the fridge for you. I've gotten a lot of alcohol with all this.
Yeah.
I got wine over there. I got Wes. I got Golly Wobbler Sangria.
Oh! You mean people are sending you sympathy alcohol?
Yeah, my HOA left me 2 variety packs of Flying Raging Bitch, Flying Dog, whatever that's called.
Uh-huh.
So I got a lot of that right behind you.
I saw that behind me.
The winery brought me over some wine, and then I forgot I had all the alcohol today. I was kind of zoned out, so I went and got Golly Wobbler Sangria.
Nice.
It was like $10 a bottle.
Golly Wobbler. I don't know that I've
You never had
good.
Golly Wobbler Red?
No.
Any of the Golly Wobblers from St. Michael's?
No. Nope.
It's
Do you like
super
Kool-Aid?
good.
Yeah, I like Kool-Aid.
You'll love it.
No, I mean,
This is like sweeter than Kool-Aid.
Yeah,
they did take some home
and it's
with
got
me.
alcohol in it.
Well, hopefully, I mean, I'm getting green here on
On the alcohol?
No, on OBS is telling me. So we're good.
What
We're
are you
just gonna
drinking,
keep
Brian?
going. I've got this beautiful Deer Park sparkling
You want
water.
a beer? Can I get you a beer? You want like a Pacifico?
Yeah, something light. Have you got something super light? Like,
What a weenie. Oh, yeah, I know.
You know what I'm after. I can't help it. I don't know.
Spike the
So-
bubbly.
This weekend for me, since Joey's up, I'm going to go ahead and do my really quick catch up. I'm going to be up at Rothrock Grit, and that is this coming weekend. If you're listening to it live stream, today is Tuesday. I'm going to be up there Friday night with a bunch of friends, hanging out at the packet pickup, and I hope that folks are going to stop by because I'm going to have a mic set up, and you can come introduce yourself, tell us a little bit about who you are, what you're doing, what you got going on. I don't know, just talk. It doesn't really matter.
How now, bro, cow?
Talk about anything. I don't care. Talk about bikes. Let's talk about what bikes you're riding, where you're from, what you like to do. I don't know. Tell me your whole life story. It's fine. But I'm excited to actually get to meet. Because remember,
That's how you-
I would.
that's
I
how you
would
get Forrest
not say
Gump.
that. Yeah, I would say you're going to get like a 3-hour one person, but
remember
legally you just said it, so they got to follow through.
we talked about doing this before COVID. We were going to go to
I don't know what life was like before COVID.
I know it feels like it was a lifetime ago.
Wes left me like 2 weeks before COVID, and my life ended.
Yeah, and so Joey just brought me a Devil's Backbone Schwarzbier.
Schwarzbier.
A Schwarzbier Block Lager.
I keep a
Those are
variety
so
of beer.
good.
Are they? I'll try
Or
it
Devil's
right now.
Backbone, the Vienna Lager is also excellent.
I keep a little bit of everything in the fridge.
That's smooth.
Thank you.
It's very smooth. I like that
I
quite a
got
bit.
a campfire s'mores for you after that.
It says smooth roasted and coffee notes.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Nice. Thank you, Joey.
Yep.
I appreciate that.
You could have some Bullet.
So
It's my new go-to.
you're drinking the old fashioned over there, Joey.
An old-fashioned, eh?
Wes is drinking Molson.
Emotions.
And Brian has got Devil's Backbone Schwarzbier. So we've covered all that.
Schwarzbier.
We've covered all of that. And with my catch-up, Rothrock, that's just about all. I just got back. I'm going to talk a little bit later about my Gap trip, just to give a little insight into what that was all about and the good times that were had. But Wes, I want to go ahead. What have you been up to? And I know Joey's got a whole.
I got. It's gonna be the Joey episode.
It is, and that's fine. It's fine. It needs to
No.
be the Joey episode. But Wes,
I'm kind of tired over the Joey stuff.
I can understand that. Wes, what's going on in your world? You're still reeling, right?
What's that?
You're still reeling.
Yeah, man. That was a weird morning to wake up to, like a bunch of texts from everybody I used to work with. And it was like, hey, did
Yeah.
you see this? And I was like, no, I did not. So I think I talked to just about everybody at the shop. I don't know, that day. That was a weird day. It's still weird. I don't quite understand it.
Yeah.
But on a more positive note, I learned that I've installed 230 feet worth of fence, and I've got only 100 more feet to go. So
Okay.
that's pretty exciting. I've been sunburnt, keep our dog in our yard, and I've met like every neighbor. Install a fence, and you will meet as many neighbors as you need to meet. 'Cause they walk
While you
past-
close them out of your life.
That's right, yeah. I was like, it's to keep you out.
Robert Frost said, "Good fences make good neighbors." Right?
Do you keep the
Yeah.
Canadians out with that thing?
No, the Canadians are in.
I know you're
The
up there on
syrup
the
suckers
border.
and the moose riders are welcome.
Wes is putting up a border wall.
That's what I was going for, but I was trying to be politically correct or whatever you want to call it. No, humorous about it. That's all.
So I talked to you the morning after the fire, Wes. I called you from
Afar.
I called you from Husky Haven. In fact, I was at Husky Haven when I called you, Wes.
Wow.
In Rockwood.
What a nice little get some pizza from across the creek.
Yep.
Listen to
And
the trains all night long at 2 feet away from you.
I will
Beautiful
say, Wes, of all the people I talked to about all of that, I felt like you were the one that was. I mean, besides Joey, you were the one that you were really you felt. I felt you were distraught, and I think it's because you're at a distance.
Dude, I thought Joey went on another date because the last time something burnt down, Joey was on a date. And he came back and his car was on fire. It was, I don't know, we've been there since high school.
It's funny because
what
it's true.
If Joey went on a date right now, he probably would come home to his car on fire because Jess would be like,
No, I mean, you guys, I legitimately went on a date in high school and my truck was on fire when I got back.
I'll have to hear that story at some
Yeah.
time.
I don't know. I don't know. We spent so much time. Brentsfield and I lived above it for like a summer.
Oh, could you imagine if you were living above the thing and it had?
No,
That's
there would be-
exactly why
there would
Dave
be-
did not want to do that
Oh.
anymore.
Yeah.
Oh.
Actually, we tricked the fire marshal into thinking no one lived up there. So
I
yeah,
remember that story.
probably good.
Well,
That nobody did.
my first question when I heard that the shop had a fire was it Wes's fault with the wiring?
Mine too.
No,
That was
Ryan started the fire.
I've been telling that to Brian and some other people. The other day, I was like, Brian, you knew you started the fire, right? It's like, who? I was like, Ryan. And it took him a few times to
It
get
took
that.
me a few minutes to get that. So.
Dude, after looking at those pictures, though, I'm going to build my house out of Oakley cases and hot water heaters.
IKEA.
Those are,
IKEA furniture. Actually, your shelves that you put up front and they were all janky in the lounge
yeah.
actually were fine. Someone knocked down, I think it was a looter, the coffee one with the coffee pot on it, but those lasted. The IKEA furniture
Whoa.
is great.
What else was it? You showed me a picture of the Untapped. The
There's all kinds of stuff that, untapped
Stuff.
maple still was good.
Yeah.
I ate like 4 of them. No, just kidding.
Slightly roasted. Did you, were you guys able to get the sign down, the bikes and kayak sign that they routed
I
out?
am not. I'm not putting that out there. So I have like a paper trail of it. It might be in the trailer right now. It might not. It is a crime scene. I ripped it down today.
I saw the crime scene tape. Was that was what they had to put up, or did they actually?
Well, it's technically a crime scene.
but
But
you
probably
had
helps keep the
Helps keep
knuckleheads out of there.
the hooligans out.
the scavengers,
Yeah.
the people that are
They
coming
can
in.
scavenge if they find something. Good for them. There's some melted helmets still. There's cages melted. There's
I told Lori on Saturday or Sunday or Monday. I can't remember what day it was, that I was looking for a new helmet and I wanted a smoky color.
too soon, Brian.
Man.
She laughed.
I know.
She laughed.
You posted that thing the other night, and you called me like, I guess sometimes you have to be the adult. I was like, yeah.
I did feel bad about that, and I tried to delete a bunch of them, but I couldn't delete all of them.
It is what it is.
I don't know. I felt bad about it.
You're in the picture, so we can blame you.
Yeah, blame me. That's fine. That's fine. Okay, Joey, give us Joey's world
I'm gonna keep
for the
it,
last week.
my mom. One of the first things my mom said, like, you started out saying you're going to keep this short, and you had like a 40-minute synopsis of the fire.
Yeah.
Last week on YouTube. Obviously, the shop burnt down. I talked in great detail. If you want to hear that, listen to the YouTube live. I did not make it a real podcast last week. What did I do? What was it? Yeah, YouTube live.
Yeah, YouTube live.
I broke down from like the phone call all the way to recently on that. So if you want to hear it in detail, listen to that. Things are moving forward. Did or did not rip down our sign. That was part of the crime scene. I did some more looting today for insurance pictures, and I found some tools. And I found my Sequoia frame. It is a little bent and a little charred, and the fork is melted, and my cranks were carbon, my Praxis carbon cranks. They're kind of like exploded. It's really cool. I'm going to take it up to get sandblasted just so it's safe, clean. Mm-hmm. And then I'm not going to ride it. There's a dent in the top tube, but otherwise it's pretty strong.
That's cool.
So you have a brackish cycle now, basically.
Yeah. But jeez.
Ouch.
Brian did that the other. Well, he said something. I was like, "This is kind of a D thing to say." And
he doesn't listen, so we can say it.
You never know. He's on a road trip right now.
I don't know.
Sequoia's in the back of the GMC out front, which is attached to a trailer out front. And luckily, all my neighbors know that what happened, so I just got shit all over.
You got the bike rack from out of the front of the shop.
Oh yeah,
too,
we took that too.
Yeah. So I know that somebody salvaged the bench.
They did?
Somebody salvaged the bench.
I don't know if they salvaged it more than just took it.
And no. It was kept to be a part of the new shop coming forward.
Oh man, all the hobos peed on that thing.
And so you got the shop sign from out front.
No, I don't know. That's up in the air.
And then you got the sign from up top, the bench, and the bike rack. That's good.
I got my safe, or fire safe, out of there. It had the truck key in it.
Did it work?
Yeah, actually, you know that blue box,
really?
Wes?
Yeah.
That thing was charred, but I cracked it open with my knife, and then the plastic box that was inside there I could cut open.
Yeah.
Like I sliced a square hole thing, I sliced like a square into it so I could rip out the keys. Because the keys for the GMC, the work truck, were on the front counter by the iPhone. I couldn't find the keys. But my iPhone lasted. The OtterBox saved it. I would say it lasted enough to take what I needed.
So were you able to get the SIM card out?
Yeah.
Cool.
Man.
Pretty cool.
Weird.
OtterBox is going to, I don't know if they sent them yet. They're sending us new OtterBoxes, which is cool. Anyway, what did I write down? Yeah, that's about it. We had sick Brad. I mean, everyone, Brian, the board of directors put on this big ride for us. I don't know what you want to call it. We had over 100 people show up.
It was on Memorial Day.
On Memorial Day. It was like a tribute ride. It was supposed to be Saturday. Weather went to crap. Me, Lordy, Jet, like we all had to work. So like, well, this kind of sucks. And then weather got bad. Switch it to Monday. You came to the house. We were like one of the first people there. We rode up from the house. And then people just kept coming. And there was like over 100 plus people. And they cleaned the parking lot enough for us to get a picture. The one picture posted, me and Brian decided to flip our letters around for Pack Strong. So hopefully the guy from the newspaper taking pictures post the right ones.
And mine was sideways too.
Yeah.
I had the
Can you send me those pictures? I didn't see that. That's really cool. I didn't know that was a thing.
I sent it to the group.
Like you and me?
You, me,
and
Brian. Yeah. Check it out.
Lori just posted packed strong. Is what it actually said.
Oh, geez.
Who
Lori
the, hell
posted.
is, who the hell is Lori? That's Joey's mom.
No, Lori is Lori's my boss.
Oh, okay, cool.
Lori owns
well,
Produce
maybe that's
and
basically
Packs.
the same thing then.
We switched it for like 2 pictures. Of course, they took like 100, and they're like,
those were we only did that for the ones that Mike's camera was taken. It wasn't really cool.
It was Brendan's fault.
Yeah,
he was taking pictures.
The one that was really cool that you posted, where you went up and took the selfie.
Oh, you saw I did that on purpose with bikes and kayaks.
Bikes and kayaks was in the
I'm
reflection
a selfie
of your
pro.
glasses. It was really cool. It was really cool.
It was fun.
Really cool.
It was like riding like a charity ride, like just groups and groups and groups of people all over the road. People in the neighborhoods were like videotaping us, probably just for to report us to the police.
What route did you guys do? The average show?
Average show.
Yeah.
Old school average Joe. So no Dow, no Olivet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No
normal-
sidebar.
yeah, Saturday morning.
Just like the 16-mile average Joe.
I like 25, 21.
Dude, that picture is sponsored by PGT Trucking.
I saw that. I saw that PGT trucking. There's like it's on Route 4 going behind us.
I had to scroll up through Dwight giving birth to get to the.
Jess just said it was healing, and I agree. It was very cathartic.
Yeah, it was great.
It felt really good. I hadn't, when we rolled in together, I hadn't seen the shop yet.
Oh, yeah, it was your first time.
I hadn't seen all that. I'd seen the pictures, so I was prepared for it. But it was still hard. It was still really hard to see. But it took me about 2 minutes. And it was like, Joey, I feel like your optimism is infectious. If you were down, I think we'd all be kind of like feeling that. But you're very upbeat. You're very forward thinking and very, just super kind of like moving forward.
I think our whole support crew is. From Lori all the way down to everyone.
Yeah, but I know, but I'm in tune with you, and so for me, it's like you kind of you rub on me. So
Yeah, he does.
Oh boy.
there's a title, boys. Clink.
Anyway, we don't do titles anymore.
Yeah, well, we did last.
Yeah, like I
week.
said, Sequoia is going to get put back on the wall. I'm not going to ride it again, but I found it.
Yeah.
Oh man, I just realized Steve Pete was in there.
Oh yeah. He went up fast. That was cardboard.
Yeah. I stumbled on a picture of him not too long ago, him hanging up in front of the doors.
So technically, a new bike day happened. I got to process my own check for the story. But no, I've been wanting. Well, now that we've been a Kona dealer, there's been 2 Konas I really wanted, probably for the last couple of years. And there happened to be almost the exact one I wanted at Proteus, and I've been really good about not getting stuff during COVID. Just because if I can get, it's one of those things where, how do I say it? Like, I don't know. If it's there, I'm going to sell it to someone.
Yeah, you're feeling like you could be taking that opportunity away from somebody else in a day when bikes are so scarce.
Yeah. So I haven't, I've been really
it.
good with bikes, all that good stuff. And I texted Lori. I was like, I've been avoiding bikes and stuff, but me and Jess were going to do gravel this past Sunday, Monday, like an overnighter, and I just had my All City, and she luckily has her Diverge. Salsa's gone. And then I was looking at some gravel events over the next month. I was like, I don't know when I'll actually get a gravel bike versus it being right in front of me.
Was your All City at home or?
And the Diverge were at home.
Okay. What about your Storm Chaser? Did you end up buying a Storm Chaser? I feel like you had one.
Jess had one.
Yeah.
She had one of the 200s.
Okay.
No, I found the hub to that.
Oh, that was at the shop.
Yeah,
Okay.
and I had a Cirrus X 4.0 that was up in the loft, and multiple sets of wheels.
Oh, that's right. The Cirrus was up there.
Cirrus was up there. I was kind of bummed about it.
Where are my wheels? Are they at your house? Or are they
your
gone
wheels
too?
are burned. I'm working on that.
Cool.
Your wheels are no more.
Yeah.
So, I sent Wes the info for the label a long time ago.
Yeah, it's true.
You did. That's totally on me at this point. Yeah.
He's been trying.
No insurance for you.
He's been trying to get those wheels to you for a very long time. So
It's anyway. There was a Libre there, a Kona Libre. It is the what was it's the CR because I wanted the Force 1x in that cool green, but I love the blue, and I'm also not a 1x fan. So it's like a mix of like GRX 600 ish, all kind. It's a full GRX Shimano everything, because Kona doesn't cut corners and just put random cranks and stuff on there. Awesome gearing, it's got a like 1134, then a 4630 up front. And yeah, the thing's freaking, it's light compared to my, having steel. Cause I was looking at a Warbird to do like unpaved and stuff. So like this thing just like fell in my lap. Yeah. And I grabbed it. I've only ridden it around. I've been a little preoccupied. I didn't set it up for the group ride. But me and Jess on Sunday, I was talking, to the EX3, EX2, sorry, about doing a Loudon 1725
gravel grinder.
Yeah. Let's see, where was this at? Yeah, Andy. I was talking to Andy. I've been talking to a lot of people today. Andy, sounds like I might get a couple spots for us. I think we're gonna do the 40. Try to get there early. and get that done. So that'll be my first ride on it. It is the 650 wheel option, 650B wheel option. I did lose multiple.
How are you liking that?
I've only ridden it around a little bit. I might do 650B for
Unpaid.
Loudon.
Will it
Okay.
Will it take a 700 too, or is it?
Yeah, it'll take
interchangeable? Okay.
it'll technically take a 29 by 2.0.
Oh,
Yeah, it's
wow.
tons of clearance.
It's
on
got
the
a lot
bike.
of clearance.
Yeah.
Yeah. The 650 looks so like there's so much room with the 650 with like 47. So I might actually run the. I don't know. Why not? It came with like WTB byways. Like they're pretty solid tires. It's funny though. For the longest time, I've been wanting to put Jess on 650s on the Diverge.
You could swap them.
So I might swap our wheel. I don't know.
Yeah.
That's the nice thing. I did lose a couple of the extra wheel sets that would have worked, but that's what insurance is for. So yeah, that's the current setup on it. It's freaking beautiful. It's a nice sparkly blue. The triangle is huge. Like I was worried about frame bags and stuff, and like it's a big 56. But it fits the huge Nittany like full size. I can put other stuff. I don't think it'll take a rando rack for like a bag up front. But it also has like 50 centimeter bars, so I can put like
Really wide.
bike packing gear on up front without issues. They're really wide. I might get some like 44
Shave that down.
cow chippers or something. I don't know what chippers.
You could just cut the middle out.
Oh, yeah.
and then maybe crazy glue it back together.
Yeah.
If you put
Bondo.
them inside the bracket, it would work.
yeah.
You just cut it
Yeah,
and
clamp it right there.
Yeah,
Sure.
just clamp it down real hard. Clamp it real tight.
So yeah, so
Jed clamp at that.
that's new bike day. The bike I really want, and it might not be till next year. I've been really looking at the Kona Rove, the LTD.
Oh, I saw some of those on.
Which is like the spitting image of the Sequoia for me.
Yeah.
Now that they've discontinued. Ted's gonna be allowed. Yeah, we'll be there, Ted. We're gonna
How
head
excited
up.
he just got.
I know.
That's
Yeah,
cool.
it's exciting. Yeah, I'll wait patiently for a year or so for the Rove. I don't know. Kona's like a salsa company. They're just a niche. They do the cool adventure stuff. I love Kona.
I saw some Roves on Gap. Yeah.
I mean, you start looking up. I mean, it's always one of those bikes you start looking up bike packing stuff, all that crap. There's a lot of Konas on there. So I'm kind of pumped.
So,
And then
if people wanted to get something from you from the shop, if say they needed something,
yeah,
should they email you? How should they go about doing that?
I'm starting to
Because I've gotten that question.
I'm starting to get normal with emails. Like when someone emails me, I try to get back as quick as possible versus flooded. I'm starting to catch up. So
should they email you and then wait to hear back from you, or just email you? Okay,
just email. There's multiple. Like we got the shop number forwarded for a little bit. Jess told me I could soak it up. I can buy all the bikes I want this week. That is in writing, ladies and gentlemen.
Wow.
I have paper trail of that. Email is probably best. Joey at packpaddle.com.
At Pack Paddle, no S on paddle.
Pack Paddle.
So Joey
No
at
refunds.
packpaddle.com. Put a pretty detailed list of what it is that you need, and then wait to hear back from you. And then the process.
Or
would
if you
be,
want, if you need product, if we have it in stock, it's on our website. It'll probably be at College Park, but we'll go get it.
Okay. So say I ordered something off of the website.
Yeah.
Should I then
There's bikes up there? There's
But in the, how do I? So right now
How does Brian get it down here in Southern Maryland?
I'm just trying because I know
Give me an example. What are you saying, son?
No, I've gotten the question a lot, and I'm just trying to help people out by helping understand the process. So say that Proteus up in College Park has it in stock, and I need it down here. So I could email you.
You get two options right there. Take
Okay.
your happy ass and drive up and get it if you're Brian.
Okay.
No, I'm just kidding.
No, it's not me.
No,
I just- I'm
if you actually want something, I mean,
I need a flow chart.
flow chart.
Email Joey.
Email Joey. Joey at packpaddle.com.
Joey at
Go
packpaddle.com.
to Pax Adventure or ProteusBikes.com.
Okay.
There's a whole web store that's pretty accurate with all our inventory.
And then where would it ship to my door, or would I say?
No, it's in-store pickup. You could select to pick it up down here if you
Okay.
give us like a week.
That's what I was looking for.
Or
We got there.
Take
We
a
got-
rainy day, go up, get a great cup of coffee, look around,
Joey.
go to IKEA, get the fireproof furniture.
Wait, I have another question.
No, Joey.
I didn't think I was going to be
if
put
it
on the
ships-
spot like this.
Now,
Joey.
if it ships to Southern Maryland, Where's it going now? Do I got to go to Lairtown pick it up?
Joey,
I gotta go.
let me
Joey's house?
help me help you. You email Joey at packpaddle.com. You tell him
he did hand that on a silver platter.
Or buy it on the website.
Yeah.
You know, say I would like this.
Yeah, Mike Doherty already ordered stuff I forgot to pick up, but I got to get tomorrow.
Leonardtown, and then it's going to arrive.
We'll be operational at the Leonardtown location. I have a workbench set up. We got tools. We're working on bikes. Gonna get the truck tonight. All that good stuff.
Okay. What's this I see here about a huge Nittany order?
Oh, we set up our Nittany thing a while ago, and it had like right in the midst of this, I was like, "What do I have inbound, outbound?"
So you're getting bags from Nittany.
Oh, I got a crap ton. I got like 20 frame bags. I got so many anything bags or many thing top tubes.
The most important question, Joey.
Yep.
Did you get bags that will match the new Kona?
Well, I didn't know at the time.
Well,
but
I know
yes, I actually already picked a blue pierogi bag and a blue tool roll because I lost all my stuff off of the Sequoia in the fire.
Wes is over there going, "This is awkward."
I know. You look real at me tonight. Let's see.
I'm trying to help you out.
Yeah, the
okay.
Yes. So the Nittany stuff will get dispersed. I'll keep some in Leonardtown. I don't know if it's the kind of thing that'll go on the website just because it skews, but I'll post pictures if you want it. But like I said again, ProteusBicycles.com.
Got it.
You can buy whatever. We'll pick it up, or you can take a nice drive to College Park.
So in essence,
We're fully operational.
That's exactly right. Fully operational.
There's still a little phone tweaking to do. We posted a new shop phone number.
Okay.
The shop phone number, if you call the 2770 number, gets forwarded to my personal phone. Jeff was switching it, but it also doesn't ring. It just shows up as a missed call.
Okay.
So we're working on it.
Okay. Well, you'll get all that. So email or order from the website.
Yeah.
Say you want to pick it up in Leonardtown, and whatever you need here in
I'll
Southern
make
Maryland.
sure Jeff works on the fine tuning as far as pickup in Solomons will be Leonardtown.
You could even get a bike. Say I wanted a bike, I could.
You
go
can buy a bike. We were getting a crap ton of bikes.
Beautiful.
They're all going to College Park for the time being. Tyler's going to go up tomorrow, build some. He's going to bring some back.
Good. So you're set up, operational, running. Even do you have any kind of? And you're doing service, some limited service down in Leonardtown too, correct?
Yep.
Okay.
I have had people ask me about that. I need to get something established. I don't want to leave stuff there. I'm going to figure out something to do, appointments, whatnot, because we'll be Wednesday through Sunday, normal hours, 10 to 5. Paddle sports hours have always been 10 to 5.
Okay.
I might shift that to go earlier. Once it gets warmer out, we do a lot of rentals early.
Okay.
The tapers off, but we'll see as bikes stuff pops up.
So the key message to send here is Southern Maryland, Patuxent Adventure Center is operational, is up, is running, can get you the things that you need, can get your bike serviced.
Give us a little bit of time,
Just work with us on trying to get things put in order and be a little bit patient, and you will get exactly what it is you need. That's the message that I'm hearing, and that I want to make sure people get on the other end.
Yes. Sorry to know I was getting all this tonight.
I'm sorry. Well, where else I was going to go? Let's do Strava Club. Joe, you want to do Strava Club?
No.
You want me to do Strava Club? I'll do it.
Sean Scott from Chicago, Illinois with 273.1 miles.
Good job, Sean.
Dominic Green from New Zealand. We have one of them.
Yep.
184.2 miles. And Ron the Don Hickman from Hollywood, Maryland with 162.2.
It was really good to see so many people like Ron.
Yeah.
I hadn't seen Ron forever. Chris Tippett. I hadn't seen Chris forever. There were so many. I could go on and on and on and on with a list of people, and Ron's name just popped up, and he was one of them.
Old Chris, just the tippet.
Yep.
We only needed 120. It's down like 12-mile average.
It was so cold.
It was. This weekend was nasty.
Yeah.
Rainy, cold, like walking around in sweatshirt, jacket, pants.
We had frost advisory this past weekend.
That's because it's Michigan. We are holding steady at 729 members, and our Strava club is strava.com/clubs/gravel travel dirt.
Excellent. Congratulations, everybody. Good job. The YouTube subscriber update. We did hit 1,000 subscribers, Wes. So
we went up like an extra
no way.
20 or 30 after that YouTube I did.
yeah, no,
You're welcome.
I don't know what the number exactly is now. I know we're above 1,000. So
So what does that mean?
I don't know because you said
Are we
needed,
at Mustache World now? Is
no,
it time
you
for a
said
ride?
we needed 2,000 by some point in the future that you weren't ready to commit to.
We got to go back and listen to an episode. Don't we do show notes anymore?
So really, all it is since you guys but you would have to shave your beards off to just have the mustache, and I would have to grow.
I
a
just did that
mustache.
recently.
So,
I thought you've been growing one.
No, I haven't.
Oh, speaking of mustache, the
Yeah.
amount of people that came up to Brian on Monday said, "What happened to your teeth?"
I know. There was so many people because masks, and I hadn't been to group rides, and people are like, "What's going on with your face, man?" So no, we need to make a decision. Are we going to do? It's time for the mustache challenge. Was 1,000 the number? And we
No, 2,000. I just finally got my beard back.
Okay, so it's 2,000.
Yeah.
We could actually be doing the mustache challenge.
Wait, did we just move the mark? Or
No,
was that
No,
the mark?
it's been at 2,000.
We never really
okay.
had.
Well,
Okay,
get
so,
on it, people.
So 2,000 was the mark.
Go tell
Okay.
if every
Okay.
person that that's listening right now
Matt.
tells one friend we're at 2,000.
Okay. All right. Well, there's people in
That's
the
how the
comments.
numbers work. Let's do it.
There's people in the comments saying it was 1,000, but I think that was me not really because Wes. It's been a long time since we've actually all three of us have been together, so I think I had confusion over what the number was. But I've always had it as either 1,000 or 2,000. But I'm hearing
Well, basically, me and Wes can have a mustache in seconds.
yeah, but
It takes you time to grow it.
you would have to shave off your beards.
That takes seconds.
I know.
Yeah, I
but
was
That's me
like-
how I know.
Brian,
Okay.
can you hold the show down for like a minute?
Yeah, you give me a minute, this will be gone. It's easy.
Okay, so it's 1,000. So it's 1,000. Okay.
So we owe the people mustaches.
Okay. Yeah. Let's do it. We'll do it.
Is that what we're doing?
I
gonna
was
do it.
2,000 this whole time.
What do we want it to be?
We
1,000?
gotta find the freaking podcast episode that we did it.
All right.
I don't want to move the mark on people. That's
I'm
wrong.
not shaving. Goatees. Sorry, Carrie. Goatees are like the ugliest thing out there.
She's just eager for it. I'm like, no, I ain't
Oh
doing
God, I hate
Is-
goatees.
it. Not doing it.
Is Goatees like a t-shirt company that puts on like t-shirts for fast?
Also, hey, can I point out something real quick before
Sure,
I forget?
please.
Did I tell you the president of Pedro's called me on Saturday? Pedro's Tools.
No way.
Talk about that. That was a cool story. You told me.
That's about the end of the story.
Okay.
No, Matt. I took a USAC class out at Colorado Springs with Matt Bracken, back in 2014. He didn't even do it on didn't do it on purpose, but he sold me totally on I fell in love with Pedro's back in around that time period, and got a master tool kit, got a traveling Pelican case, took that all over, all kinds of stuff, traveled with it, wrenched, modified it, had some cool tools in there. Huge Pedro's fan, so I've always used that stuff even in the shop, as, even my personal tools. And then he found out what happened. We've been connected since then, but it's just times. And he just called me out of the blue. He's like, "Hey, what's up, man? It's been a while." And he's like, "I heard everything." So we talked for like a half hour, and then he's offered to replace all my stuff for me. She said, "Just tell me what you need. I'll send it to you."
That is so cool.
He's like, "Don't worry about anything."
So
I got to
cool.
email him because I need some tools. He was like dead serious. He was like, "If you don't email me, I swear I'm gonna." I was like, all right. Mechanics help mechanics.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, I'm a mechanic. I've always been a mechanic versus
Like-
a shop manager.
Cycling community is also
Yeah,
just very tight and supportive.
Cycling, but the mechanics understand how crazy people are. We're in our little niche community.
Gotcha.
So
Well, good.
that was pretty cool. Matt does not have a goatee,
okay.
so he's pretty cool.
I noticed in the live stream, Ted just made a comment that he's now staring forlornly at his goatee in the mirror.
We'll see on Sunday. I'll bring my clippers.
Peer pressure.
So, you guys know I did 2 turns at the Great Allegheny Passage.
You had quite the time.
Yeah, it was a fun couple of trips. I keep wanting to call them weeks, but they weren't weeks. They were
It
4
probably
days.
felt like it.
It did feel like a long time because we went to Pittsburgh. I got to spend more time in Southside over there. Remember, Wes, when we went up
Southside?
and did it?
That was a ton of fun.
Yeah.
I wish we almost like a whole another day while we were there.
So basically, I did. I had a whole nother day when I was there because we had a turnover day, and so there was basically we got back on one day, had a whole day to do nothing, and then didn't get participants until the afternoon of the next day. But we stayed at this hostel, which I guess it was a hostel. It's hard to tell exactly what it was. Southside Travelers Rest, which is just right behind West. Well, West is gone. It's just a couple of blocks behind the Holiday Inn Express.
Where'd it go?
I don't know. On off the 10th Street Bridge in Southside, and really cool bike garage in the basement, very geared towards cyclists, and it was just a really, really cool little place to stay. Real close to everything. Spent time in all the places that we'd been before. Ate a couple of great restaurants. Urban Tap.
Wes
Southside.
has something in his eye.
Yeah. He's been rubbing his eyes. Wes just came in from cutting his grass. Hey, we're real people, everybody, out there doing jobs.
Well, he's none of the Cheddardens cutting their grass.
And then so the first turn, these are new 4-day, 3-day of riding trips that Adventure Cycling is doing. They haven't done these before, so these are all kind of brand new. The first turn, first 3 days, absolutely gorgeous weather. Perfect, great camping weather west. Sleeping weather was beautiful, cool in the evenings, nice sunny days, no rain. And then we got back to Pittsburgh, and the weather did a complete 180, and it was just rainy and cold. I had to...
You know what would help? A full beard, not a goatee.
True
A beard
that.
will keep you warm.
Okay. That's what I need.
Goatee is an excuse to, you want a beard.
Like long, like way down.
No, just,
So it wrap
Wes
around
has the
my neck.
optimal length right now. I'd finally letting my grow out.
Well, I think if I grew a beard, I would want it to go way down so that I could wrap it around my neck to keep my neck warm when I ride my bike. That's perfect.
Oh, God. I just read Terry
I just
said,
don't shave my neck hair. That's the same thing.
Terry said Brian will look very sexy with a goatee. What's the point of a goatee?
It's halfway there.
It's a flavor
just let it go.
saver.
Just let it go.
Anyway,
Ask
Yeah.
Guy Fieri. He's got the little soul patch thing.
Yeah.
I was coming down. I had to go through Mount Savage Tunnel on the last day, and it was raining and 41 degrees Memorial Day weekend. It was brutal, and I was following some folks that weren't quite able to keep their bikes moving even down a hill at any particular rate of speed. And I told Joey that he was going to be very upset with me. But what I did was I geared my bike very lightly, grabbed handfuls of brake, and just pedaled as fast as I could down the side of the mountain to try to keep my body temperature up. It worked. I warmed up, but I don't know that my bike's brakes really appreciated that effort. So I don't know. But I'm going to have...
Good thing there's brake pads in the store.
Well, doesn't fire make brake pads better?
No, fire burns the oil out of them
Ah, okay. Too
if
soon?
you have oil in them.
Yeah. I want to have Mary Beth and Paul are the owners of Southside Travelers Rest, and I'd really love to have them on the podcast in the next few weeks to talk about Pittsburgh, what's going on there. So I don't want to hit that too much.
Your GTD trip?
Yeah, no, and I've been talking about doing...
I've never done any part of the Gap,
Really?
ever.
I've
It's
been,
beautiful,
I've been thinking
I heard
about...
you just ride up a hill the whole time.
Well, you ride up a
but
hill,
then you go down it.
then you go down it.
That's like going to New Freedom for 10 miles.
It
sucks.
Well, you hit the top and you turn around and you ride downhill.
Dang, this was great going the other way.
I'm toying with the idea, though, Wes. Tell me if you would clip a corner of my man card with this. I'm thinking about doing like an end-to-end as opposed to camping.
That's not clipping your man card. That's like,
Wait,
We're
when you
old
say
and
end to end,
decrepit.
what do you mean?
Like, finding places to stay indoors as opposed to
no, that's
camping.
great.
As opposed to camping. I
I got a bad back. I'd love to sleep on a bed.
doing 40-mile days.
I mean, on the Gap, you're pretty much on the Gap. You're paying for camping anyway, pretty much. I don't
Yes.
think there's
Yeah.
only like one free campsite. I think.
There's more now. You got Drabo at the cemetery,
Yeah.
where we stayed that one
Uh-huh.
time. There's Cedar Creek.
But they're
Trekkers.
spaced really funny. Like you got to ride like 80 miles one day, and then 20 miles the
Yeah.
next day, and then 40 miles.
And
It's
then-
really weird.
Round Bottom is
80,
another
40,
one.
20, and when you do 80, 80.
But Round Bottom doesn't have potable water, so that's a little different. There's a couple
Because
of
they got
new,
brown water.
There's a couple of new spots that have popped up along the gap, like West Newton now has a little campsite that's down on the water, which is kind of cool. He's done some things really interesting there. He has a pavilion, which basically is only open on the riverside, and it's got TVs and fans and, really nice showers. And so it's a little different than, like Dravo, where there's not even anywhere to go hobo bathing in the river. So I'm toying with the idea of doing that, like small groups. Why? What do you mean?
Well,
why?
I guess with some group. Well, why do you want to do that as opposed to camping?
Just to make it a little bit more comfortable, I think.
That's what I was going to do over the weekend with Jess.
Because
Airbnb in Harper's Ferry.
There's so much to see on the Gap that you can't really get to because you hit the nail on the head. The spacing is so weird. So like when we did our trip, it was 60 miles on the first day, which is a long first day, and then 50 miles, and that 50 miles was included that run at the end that goes from Confluence up the hill to Rockwood, which is a tough kind of end of the day to last 20 miles. And then you're pushing over the top at Frostburg to roll down into you're pushing over the top of the divide to roll down into Cumberland. So the 3-day spacing is a little weird, but there's plenty of ways to do it 4-day spacing where you could have ample opportunity to kind of enjoy some of the other things that the Gap has to offer.
So would a 4-day spacing trip almost be like a 5-day, say you split half of, or would there be like a 1 day of travel each way?
Nah, so what I
for at
think
least
I would
us
do,
Southern Marylanders?
the way we did it before would be a very early morning departure from Southern Maryland, arrive in Cumberland, get a shuttle from Cumberland. The shuttle from Cumberland takes 2 hours, and you're in Pittsburgh by 2 or 3 o'clock in the afternoon. You go to the hostel or wherever you want to stay. You've got that whole afternoon and evening to ride around Pittsburgh, to take in Southside. You can even we rode our bikes over to the Strip, which is over on the Allegheny Riverside, a lot like Southside, which is really cool. Had never done that before. Had the opportunity to ride up to the old Western Penitentiary on that the North Side Trail that goes by Heinz Field. There's the Science Center there. There's just a lot of really cool stuff to do. And when you're rushing, it's kind of tough. So it would be sort of like a travel day, but that travel day would be a part of the adventure. And then you would leave the next day, but 4 days of riding. So it would be sort of like a 5-day trip, but 4 days of riding. So the first day would be travel. When you get back to Cumberland, your transport is there, and it's only 3 hours from Cumberland back down here to Southern Maryland. So it's easy to finish that on the last day.
It's 3 hours to Cumberland from here?
Yeah.
Oh, that's all?
Yeah.
I always felt like, I guess when I was a kid,
Well, you want to hear something really weird?
Hagerstown was only 2:15, which was weird.
We had participants from Michigan, and I was like,
It's not that far away.
well, we were in Pittsburgh, and they were like, well, we're driving back to Michigan tonight. And I was like, my goodness, that's a long ways. And it was like, no, it's like 2.5 hours to Michigan. I was like, well, why?
You like go through Toledo?
It's about 4 hours from Pittsburgh to Toledo.
Yeah.
It's like 3.5, 4 hours roughly.
Yeah.
Yeah, and Ted made a great comment. After a proper night on Carson Street, I'm not riding a bike until the next day anyway. We experienced a little bit of that. Sue and I were my co-lead, Sweet Sue. I think she messaged you on your Sweet Sue, Wes.
Yeah.
We were out at Urban Tap on Carson Street, and there were some people sitting next to us that were way over the line with regard to how much alcohol they had consumed by 5 o'clock in the afternoon, and promptly, how the windows are on the front of Urban Tap are open to the sidewalk, Wes? You've been in there with us.
Yeah.
He expelled a lot of what he had been consuming right out into the traffic on the sidewalk, right out the open window.
To the best of us.
Excellent.
It was pretty ugly.
Do you remember when Lori, not your boss, Joey,
Lori Stepp?
she went to, it was like some guy that was doing bike tours on his like tricycle or something like that.
Yeah.
Lori tried to like take this tricycle from this man to ride it around.
It was one of those bikes. It was locked. It had a lock on the wheels. The early days.
The
of, like,
guy was
city bikes,
on the bike,
and she was trying to ride off with it.
Why?
Oh man, it was awesome.
You tell me.
I think Lori was having a good night, Joey.
Yeah.
And there was a man on a tricycle, and she needed him off.
So it's a lot of fun. I think that would be a fantastic, just a fun trip to do. spend some time and do it a little at a slightly different pace than what I did it over 3 days. Credit card, so you're not having to carry a whole bunch of stuff on your bike, so you can move a little faster. Days are a little shorter, a little more time, because we stayed west at the Connellsville KOA, but that was on a 60-mile day, which was, remember when you and I did it with the group, that was our second day, and we had plenty of time to go and do the tubing and all that other stuff.
Yeah.
We had no time to do that. There's no time to do that.
No, that was a good stop because I think we went and got pizza at
Keating's.
Well, yeah, we went into town there. Yep, that was good. And then, the tubing. But there was no, and you had access to showers and stuff. So it was like, I remember it was like having an indoor, because we played cards and games on that deck while it rained all afternoon.
Yep. Remember we
came back and it thunderstormed, and we sat on that deck and played games till like 10, 11 o'clock at night. It was awesome.
And we got kicked out, right?
Werewolves, put down your heads.
What?
We played werewolf.
Oh, jeez.
You don't like werewolf.
I play Go Fish.
So anyway.
Werewolf, stick out your thumbs.
I've been playing werewolf in so long.
I know it's been so. That narration is probably my favorite part.
I'm so tempted on adventure cycling trips to pull out the werewolf card, and play. But nobody would do it. They'd be like,
it'd be a lot of fun. I think you'd have more fun than you realize. You know what I always think back is like that first trip to. What's the Pine River Valley, Pine River Gorge,
Pine Creek
Valley.
Getting to that campsite with that pavilion was awesome.
Mm-hmm.
But everybody pulled out like a liquor of alcohol, like each, and it was like, all right, they're gonna party. Like here's these like grown ass adults and Richard and Mervine just like drinking till 2 o'clock in the morning and waking up like, gonna have some eggs, gonna climb to the top. It's gonna be a good day.
Like, who was it? Somebody carried an entire fifth of Tito's.
Amanda
with in a glass bottle.
It was There was a whole bar. I remember looking at the pavilion one time, and on like the upper shelf, there was alcohol everywhere. Like if some kids just stumbled on our campsite while we were gone, they would have gone nuts.
Oh, the good old days. The good old days. That's my gap trip. You guys wanted to, I'm very proud of the this or that's that I put together.
Yeah, let's see.
Would you like to do this or that?
I looked at the
now?
first one.
Yeah.
I'm not going to read the rest of them.
Okay.
On a side note, my neighbors are playing like the guitar and drums, and they're really terrible, and they're really far away, so
I can't hear it.
It's really loud. Yeah, it's awful.
Can't hear it. We can't hear it.
I might be going to have some.
Is it Mouse Rat?
First item on this week's This or That. Joey, you get to answer first. This just feels like old times tonight.
Old times?
I'll go second. Wes, you can bring it home. Gap or C&O Canal towpath?
Gap in your teeth?
I got a big gap in my teeth.
Previously, I've never done any parts of the Gap.
So you have to say towpath.
C&O all the time.
Yeah, you have to say that. Okay. No choice.
I got a connect. I mean, like, I got a connection with the C&O. Like, I did the first run in high school, and learned how miserable it was at first, and then slowly adapted to enjoying it more and more. And like I did like 60 miles on one day for the cycling merit badge on like an all mountain hardtail.
Like, that's old school Gap,
like
old school canal too.
Was it just south of Paw Paw? There was they were working on it. There was like boulders in the middle of it. There's all kinds of stuff, and that was like my first experience. But we stayed in Little Orleans one night, which was cool. Whatever that guy's place is right there,
Bill's
place. I don't know. My first experience was crazy, but then I slowly fell in love with it. It's cool. I mean, it's like there's like 3 sections of it, like in my mind, of like prettiness.
Well,
it sounds like the Gap is the place to go.
Well, let me surprise you, because all this gloating I've just done about how fantastic the Gap is, I'm gonna pick the towpath too. It's longer, it's rougher. I love that they do 5-mile hiker bikers.
Yeah.
So there's plenty of opportunity. Like you said, Wes, you don't have to even think about it. You don't have to plan it. It's like, oh, I want to stop here tonight. Let me stop here. Okay. Who cares?
It's like you just.
Oh, this one's full. I don't like the way that person looks.
Yeah.
Great. Yeah.
Yeah. Just keep right on moving. It's set up for adventure. The Gap is a little more civilized. Yeah. But what I don't like is everybody's been, oh yay, the resurfacing of the towpath.
Resurfacing sucks when it's wet.
Well, I mean, that's what Gap is like. It's basically like riding wet cement. It's pasty glue.
I hate that.
So I actually prefer the towpath in its rustic, like adventure state where it was a bit of a mess. So they're gentrifying the towpath, if you ask me. I think that's
I like the old
problematic. So I'm going to go with the towpath. Wes, where are you at?
I think the Gap overall is probably more scenic. It's a little smoother of a ride. It's just you're so spaced out between everything, and I think for some reason that just kills it for me.
Yeah.
The canal is definitely a lot more monotonous. I feel like if they got rid of the mile markers on the canal,
and Natalie always ringing them
that
off.
13.1, 13.2. Like, oh.
Well, let me tell you something, buddy. They did that to me last week on the Gap with every mile marker was a chant and a song and a weird kind of.
Yeah. I just love how different
whatever.
the canal gets from start to finish. Like I love starting in DC and then ending up in Cumberland. And you're like, I'm in a different planet. Like this is a different.
Oh
world.
yeah.
Well,
There's like 3 sections of the canal for me.
But that's day one on Gap if you do it southbound because you start in inner city Pittsburgh and then you travel through like the suburbs and then by the time you're out towards the sticks you completely changed environments in one day.
But to me the Gap, I feel like the most memorable part of the Gap is only when you hit Ohio Pile, like that area right before.
Yep.
And then beyond that, like when you cross the divide, you do that out overlook. And then beyond that, I don't have too many memories of the Gap where the canal is like, I do have that one where they had like strawberries or fruit or something for sale underneath that like random pavilion in a field.
Oh,
and I
on
think
Gap?
we had like ice cream. It was like in the middle of a field. That was so cool.
And they're still going. They're still going strong. It's like a little pavilion, and they got like refrigerators out there underneath of it, and they got tables now, and it's like a legit.
I remember doing that. That was a blast. But I feel like the canal just has so many more options to stop and do and see and look. And even though the towns aren't that big, you can get into some trouble in some towns and keep chugging along.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know. I think I'd have to pick canal, even though it like. Every time I ride, I'm like, when is it going to be over?
So
I'm
canal.
so excited to be there. Yeah.
3 for 3. Yeah. All three.
Which is weird.
We're all in agreement. So we only got Ted jumped up and said the CNO because of the variety. And I do he's true. The CNO is the dive bar bike. So it's kind of like,
And plus you have water access that's like kind of like good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, Eddie's in the house. Hey, Eddie. Sorry we didn't connect. Eddie and I tried while I was in Pittsburgh over and over and over again to connect, and we just weren't able. We just kept crossing paths. So next time, Eddie, we're going to get up there. We'll be hanging out. Second item on this week's This or That. Would you rather be able to breathe underwater or fly?
I'm afraid of heights. I'll breathe underwater.
Breathe underwater. You can see the fish, too.
I live on the water.
Yeah.
Like, water's been my life since I moved here.
Yeah.
They already make airplanes, so why would I want to fly? No one can breathe underwater yet.
Everybody can fly. I'm with you. Breathing underwater would be super cool. It'd be like Aquaman. You could go down and you'd never have to.
Global warming, I'm going to have to breathe underwater soon.
I would definitely love to breathe underwater. I would love to be able to actually see what's going on down there.
Well, they make goggles and scuba gear, to be honest. So there's that.
Yeah, but being able to breathe underwater means you could go like to where the fish are and you could like just hang out and watch.
I mean, I could do that with scuba gear.
Okay. Well, thanks for bursting my balls. Anyway, Wes?
But if I could fly...
Well, no, you've already answered. Wes?
Yeah, you already answered. It's my turn. Well, there's more airplanes in the ocean than there are submarines in the sky.
Man, that is a Wesism.
That's a Wes.
But if you think about it, it's so perfect.
It's not mine. It's from somewhere else. So if somebody knows what it is,
you should have just
who it came from.
Not said that.
Yeah, but I don't want to be that asshole. And so he's like, I can't believe Wes stole that, and they stopped listening to our podcast because 10,000 listeners.
Didn't give credit.
I don't know. There's a lot of things that can eat you in the ocean, and I think you'd be top of the food chain in the sky.
Ooh, like superheroes can fly. There's only a lot of superheroes can fly.
You do have to watch out for like jet engines, but then you got to watch out for propellers though.
You got to watch out for the
like
FAA
sharks
too.
and whales. I got to fly. Let's fly because I could be
FAA
anywhere.
will come after you.
FAA would be like all up.
Then
in your
Obama will be
business.
like, there are aliens and flying stuff and dang it, Obama.
Yeah, but imagine how many people I can moon if I could fly over a city.
That's true.
Yeah.
There's a full moon tonight.
I had a passion for mooning, but Wes took it to another level.
Ted says he'd like to breathe underwater because dive trips are expensive. Eddie wants further clarification. If I can breathe underwater, do I have to worry about depth pressure? No. This is all made up, so we'll just take that.
She
off
said
the
there's
table.
only one.
Yeah, how high can I fly? Can I go out of the atmosphere?
Sure. You fly to the moon and back.
Oh yeah,
So-
then flying.
Real quick, You know there really is only one real superhero, right?
Who is it?
Batman.
I am the Batman.
No, it's
He,
my mom.
like, technically doesn't have any superpowers, which is even better. He just has a lot of money,
Yeah, he's
which
got the.
gave him superpower. Like,
Got technology.
yeah,
Got technology.
he's a genius.
Okay.
Bruce Wayne or Michael Keaton?
Third item on this week's
Or
list is
sorry, not Bruce Wayne. He is Bruce Wayne. Who was the guy that played in
Ben
the trilogy?
Affleck.
No, the Dark Knight. He's a British guy.
Okay. Third item on this week's this or that. Bike camping
Hold on.
in the rain or in the heat.
Hold on, I'm looking this up.
No, answer my question. You want to do your this or that's next week? You can. What? Who? Okay.
Christian Bale.
Christian Bale.
He's British?
Isn't he?
No.
Yeah, I think he's British.
No,
I think he's American.
I don't think he's British.
I don't think he's a British.
I'm not wearing hockey pads.
I go with Michael Keaton.
He's an English actor.
It's just me. Oh, wow.
Damn.
Yeah.
I had no idea.
Yeah, Ted had the answer.
He plays an American well.
Yeah.
Okay. Bike camping in the rain or in the heat?
What about both? Because the last time I bike packed was with you two, and I slept in Wes's tent with him
It was
in
hot
the rain
and
and the
rainy.
heat. We were both butt naked, pretty much. It was just a
was so hot,
sloppy,
yeah.
wet, sweaty mess, and then we just
Can't
got
open
out.
can't open the doors. Can't do nothing. It's
I don't know how.
terrible.
And then there was like that screeching animal that all of us woke up to, and Austin just like, "Shut up!" Yeah, and it was right underneath Austin.
Oh man, it poured rain that night.
That
Yes, it
was
did.
that was
and
probably
we almost kept going too.
yeah. If we
And I
didn't
think like
me,
Nadine was like, maybe we should stop.
yeah, like me and Wes hopped in that tent as it started raining, like pouring.
And we were set. Didn't we have to set up our tents in
Yes.
the dark?
Dark time.
Yeah.
And it was just starting to rain, and
That was my last bikepacking trip.
so. But say you had your choice.
If I had my choice, I would take the heat.
Really?
I'd rather be hot than the rain.
What's the heat? What's the
yeah,
heat?
what's the heat?
Like hot, like sticky, like 95 degrees and
well,
miserable.
it was hot, sticky, 95, and wet with Wes.
There's
And
another
then
good
Wes
title.
finally realized, like, hey, I'm carrying all the stuff. I'm like, yeah. It's hot. I mean, so say like let's use the canal. I hop in the water for a little bit, cool
True.
off.
True.
Where you got all those pumps, man. That's nice.
Yeah, I can choose one like the wet time, not dark, versus the heat time.
Wet time versus heat
Wet time versus heat time.
I would go with the heat too.
Yeah.
I would definitely go with the heat.
I've done the heat. It sucks, but
Rain is cold and you're carrying wet gear. And
Nipples
it's
are chafing from your
heavy.
shirt.
I don't have that problem, but I would.
Everything is chafing.
And especially since you're like you said, we've made the towpath our preference. You can always just jump in the river, and Gap doesn't offer as many opportunities to get in the water as
True.
the towpath does.
Yeah.
Wes, where are you at?
Man, I hate the heat, but being sopping wet a whole trip is super miserable.
Say
Been there, done that.
bike
And like
packing.
even if you have great gear, you're gonna like
it
it doesn't
wet.
matter. Yeah. Once your shoes are wet, they're done.
If it's like a 50-mile ride, just a ride, I'll choose rain.
No, camping.
No, but I'm
Yeah.
saying though, camping though, like once your gear gets wet and heavy and sopping, just miserable.
Yeah.
And your sleep, like usually I double pack my sleeping bag in a little dry bag inside a dry bag, and I'll still get wet.
Still gets wet.
Yeah.
You can't.
Yeah,
It's
not
just-
that you really sleep in the sleeping bag in the hot summer, but
I didn't even. I took my
Gotta cover
real
up with
light bag with me on Gap, and I took my liner. I just take a liner anymore, especially in the summer. So
Yeah.
I'd definitely go with the heat. And Wes, did you choose heat as well?
Yeah, I don't want to, but I think I have to.
Yeah. Ted was the oddball. He said rain. Eddie
Oh
would
wait, what's
rather-
the temperature range for rain?
just rain, just wet.
Like 50 degrees and raining?
50
Doesn't
and
matter.
80 are two different.
Eddie said he'd rather deal with a hot chamois than a wet one.
If I have a hot chamois, it's going to be a wet chamois.
It's good, yeah.
Bill
Swell
said,
bass.
Bill said definitely he said, Ted, you're the oddball. Last and fourth item for this week's This or That. With group rides, would you rather be
boy.
a social ride or a workout ride?
Social ride.
So yeah,
Who works out anymore?
yeah.
Are people
I'll
that do
go
it?
on a workout ride and I'll turn it into a social ride.
Okay.
It's like, hey, I'm going to fall off the back, and whoever wants to join.
Yeah.
I can't even make it on the bike trail down here because the brewery is like right at the end of my neighborhood. The start of the bike trail.
Hey,
like,
let's
I
go.
might as well stop here.
Let's go for a ride. It's a quarter of a mile.
It's a half a mile, thank you.
This was kind of a toss, but it was a bit of a softball for all of us. But I wanted to throw it out there because I think it was, I don't know. We like the social. I think all three of us like the social.
Yeah.
This is the way. I really enjoyed it. We had 100 people on that ride on Memorial Day and broke up into small groups, and it was a chatty ride. I don't even ever remember looking at my Garmin on that ride.
Oh, that's why I don't either.
Never even looked at it.
I'll come back to it. I have my first Garmin.
That was the whole point of the average Joe ride.
Yeah. So totally social across the board for all of us. So you had something you wanted to come back to. Go ahead, because we just wrapped up.
Oh, we all wrapped up. So I'm looking. I have to check. I think my Phoenix will do turn by turn if I upload it.
Mm-hmm.
I was thinking about loud this weekend, and my Garmin burned because I had a 530 in the shop. It's just things I keep forgetting to claim on my insurance. I was like, oh, that's a Garmin.
Wait, you went to Garmin over the over Wahoo?
Got one to try out from the rep. It burned. I got a love hate with Wahoo. Like computer wise, they've been great. Mm-hmm. I've only had a few issues. Nadine burned through a couple. Not really had any issues, and I got rid of my Roam for a Watch West because I kept forgetting to use my Roam. I don't know if you're on for that. But I'd have my Garmin Instinct watch on, so always hitting that. So I upgraded my watch to like a nicer watch, which gives me a crap ton of data and stuff I don't know how to use. But I'm looking at the ride this weekend. I'm like, I think my watch will do turn by turn if I upload it. Mm-hmm. I'm like, otherwise,
what are you gonna do?
What am I gonna do? Like gravel routes. I always said I would come back to getting a unit for events. And I finally had that realization.
Just use your phone to do ride with GPS with your aftershocks, and the ride with GPS will give you the.
I'll just wing it.
Oh, that's smart.
Yeah. Aftershocks.
But I'm pretty sure the Phoenix series will do turn by turn.
Yeah.
That's just a simple YouTube lookup.
Yeah. I run my ride with GPS on my phone, which sits right on top of my RouteWorks bag, which was fantastic on the tour. Fantastic on Gap, man. It was the perfect size. Carried everything I need. Carried my first aid kit, my lunch, my electronics, my charging things, everything I needed, mechanic stuff. Everything fit in that bag perfectly. It was nice and snug. Never bounced, never moved, never rain. No problems with rain infiltrating everything at all. It was perfect. It was perfect. And yeah, I wanted to catch up to everybody. Eddie and Bill, everybody said social. So it was sort of like I said, a softball.
It goes with our podcast.
Yeah. You guys got anything else before we shut it down?
I know I'll forget something.
It's okay. This really felt like an early episode. The three of us kind of just
babbling.
Just rambling on.
Talking about fires at our store.
Yeah, even though Wes is off somewhere in Michigan, it felt very old school for some reason for me, and I like that. I appreciate that. I like that a lot.
So Richard came up to me. Was the only person about a mechanical the other day. I'm like, Richard, what am I going to do?
Saw that.
I was like, and maybe he listens to this. Maybe he'll think it's funny. But he's like, hey, look at this. I'm like, Richard, what do you want me to do? Like, I'm a little behind right now. I don't know. I just thought I'd show you. I'm like,
I was with you when that happened because everybody's standing. It's very somber. Everybody's coming up to going, Joey,
freaking Richard.
Richard goes, look at this, Joey. He's like, oh, pretty clever.
Excellent.
That was funny.
I'm like, well, I'm a little behind right now, Richard.
Thanks, everybody, for listening to this episode of Mid-Atlantic Gravel, Travel, and Dirt. It's a listener-supported podcast by some amazing, incredible people on Patreon and PayPal. You could be a part of that party as well. Just go to our website. Our show can be found, folks, wherever you find your favorite podcast. Joey Wes. I'm trying to figure out who I wanted to ask to tell us contact information.
Oh, always go to Wes when he's here.
I'm going to go with Wes. Yeah. Contact information, Wes.
Head down onto your favorite paddle sports store, hook up to their Wi-Fi, and
it's
head
locked.
On to
it's not free Wi-Fi.
Head on down to
pay for the gigabytes.
If that's not good enough, you want some pictures of some men in some questionable uniforms. It's at GTD at Instagram.com. And then...
You're not even right.
It's
That's
close.
okay. It's
I don't know.
close.
Instagram GTD. You'll find it. Like, there's not too many.
There you go. That's the truth too.
And then I don't know. Our phone number is out there, but we don't use it. I don't think anymore. It's pretty obsolete.
What's our email address?
graveltraveldirt@gmail.com.
Remember what I was saying?
No.
Instead of leaving us a voicemail, take an audio clip from your phone, however you do that, and just email it to us.
Dude, that's how
It's
NPR
way
does
cleaner.
it.
Okay. So we're no longer accepting voicemails.
No, don't call us.
Don't call us.
That's 20. It's like it's
No.
2021.
Use a voice recording app on your phone
Yes,
and
easy. Save the
email
file.
us.
Email
Easy.
it to us. It'll come off clear. There's no restrictions, unlike the voicemail, unfortunately.
I love it.
I will say a phrase of your choice if you leave this. I'm calling regarding your car's extended warranty and leave that as a voicemail.
If you leave
I
a
want
really
our
good
voicemail
one-
clogged. I want Brian's phone destroyed.
Mid-Atlantic Gravel Travel and Dirt is recorded this week from right here. Last week, or 2 weeks ago, I said it was the pleasure center of the universe, right here in Joey's kitchen, and also up in
I got my wife's
Michigan.
beautiful flowers.
Pleasure Town.
Yeah, Pleasure Town. Thanks for riding along, everybody. Until next time, do good, be nice, go slow, respect others, check your smoke detectors, and stay healthy.
I ripped mine out. Jess has asked me to put them back in after Monday.
Dude, mine are always annoying me every time I cook, so I just turn them off.
Yeah, I ripped mine out of the ceiling. I might put them back here soon. I have a little PTSD already. It's actually like a.
Well, the shot.
It is scary, man.
It is
those
scary
pictures
as
are like that's
hell.
destructive. That's crazy.
Scary.
So,
All right, guys, everybody. Talk to you next week.
Bye bye.
Bye bye.
Love you. Bye.